Well, welcome everybody to another Rev Talk. We've been discussing our topics again, and I think we're going to kind of go to astrology this time because it intrigued me. I had read something, Kim had read something. They both said the same thing, and there's going to be major changes tomorrow. And it's because of the planetary movement that's going through and why. But what's good is when you listen to the highlights from it, it's change.
Mm.
Excuse me. Have an ear pocket.
Uh-oh.
So take it away.
I will take it away. Yes. Thank you. So, yes, we've been discussing now I am astrology is not, in my wheelhouse. I get these reports and I read them. I'm not real good with it per se, but I do pick up on what they what they kind of what do they call them? Those cliff notes, kind of.
Ah, yes.
So the one I get from is from Maya White, and part of it, and she goes on to talk about this, um, about Venus entering Gemini on Friday tomorrow, and Uranus enters Gemini the next day. So um, the energy begins to lift and quicken. Your focus shifts from grounding into movement, from holding to exchanging. And at the same time, the sun in Taurus squares Pluto in Aquarius, anchoring this moment in deeper transformation. You are not only changing your mind, you are reshaping your foundation. This week opens a doorway. What you choose now carries forward. And there are some affirmations at the bottom, which I think are lovely. It is, I honor the wisdom I have gained and trust the timing of my growth. I release what no longer aligns with my true values, and I step forward with clarity, curiosity, and an open heart. And I think that's becoming apparent with a lot of things that I'm seeing, and a lot of, even and including myself. There's a lot of change, a lot of transformation, um, and it's up to each one of us what we choose. As I said, what you choose now carries forward. So be mindful of what it is you're choosing.
Like
Personally, I choose joy.
it's what you've learned. Now you can go in the direction that you feel moved to,
Right.
because that's what you're going to carry forward. And I think a lot of that has to do really well with changing times because there's so much going on. And well, I don't understand that. Oh, yeah, that sounds about right. And then you start to absorb all of it. And now is the time to sit back and look at it and decide which direction you want to go in and use your wisdom that you've learned as your soul is brought forward all this time, because it's just a perfect growth pattern to go forward and help the world and what it needs for its change.
Right. Yes. And everything that, and of course, we always say there are no coincidences, only God incidents. Um,
God winks.
the things that are coming into my view, into my periphery, whatever you want to call it, that um, it corroborates everything about we're here to be a bridge for the different energies. And those of us, older, whatever, this is what we're supposed to be doing, is anchoring this energy. And so helping everybody by living our lives with integrity is important because we carry that forward each and every day. And as long as you're living your life with integrity and your truth and being open and honest about it with an open heart, that's what's going to pave the way. Not all this running around in the noise and the, you need to change this, you need to do that. Going within.
Yeah. No longer fear-based. Go within with love.
Right. Right. And there is a lot of fear out there. I mean, it's everywhere if you choose to look for it. The one thing I've read from is it tut.com? I get that. It's if you view things or people, if as being distrustful, you will attract distrustful people. So that whole thoughts become things comes into play, the law of attraction. What you're focusing on, comes back to you. So that's
It's
part of it.
that's exactly right. And that's why we have to change the way we think.
Right. And
And
it's
I
cut ourselves some slack too. Here's the thing. We've been living a certain way and all of a sudden it feels like all of a sudden there's all this change going on. It hasn't been, you know, boom, the next day, chaos.
it's there.
It's been building. It's now reaching this boiling point, for lack of a better description, that all of a sudden we're really feeling it. We're really vibrating and moving like, oh, a lot of people are feeling that. This is not something new. It's just amped up a bit. And so you're right to be mindful of keeping an open heart and an open mind, which is part of our tenets. I love all beings.
With an open heart and open mind.
Yes. And so reminding ourselves of that. And it can be tough. There's that, that wanting to defend yourself. And instead, like we've said before, give them blessings, give everybody blessings, give yourself blessings. Give yourself blessings because that's where it all
That,
starts.
that's the whole thing is we have to change, and we have to see the good, we have to see the bright light, we have to see the love. And once we can show this, other people will see how it's done, and instead of complaining or someone's wrong, they're going to say, oh, they had their challenge today, but look at them now.
Right.
So you can just, and I think this is what we're heading toward and what we're going to see more of. A lot of calming, but it's going to be a different calm to us.
And it's exciting. It is. These are
Mhm.
exciting times, and this is how we choose to look at it.
Yeah.
We get to be excited about all these changes that are happening because we get to see it.
I
We
was
get to
going to
be a
say
part of it.
we're part of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So embrace
Yeah,
that joy, right?
I agree 100%.
Ah, so what do you think, my dear?
Be the change. I remember Michael Jackson said that in 1950. I think no, it couldn't have been that, but it was a long time ago. Be the change.
Be the change. What does that be? The ball?
No.
Anyway, we want to thank you again for joining us on another Rev Talk. And we want to remind you to be kind to yourself and to be gentle with yourself. And to remember that you are unique in all the universe. There will never be another just like you in all of space and time. You are powerful, you are cherished, and you are loved. And without you, the song of the universe would be incomplete. Until next time, my friends, be well.
Be well.